हेलो गाइस, मैं हूँ आयत अंजुम और आज हम करने वाले हैं एक क्यूट सा wholesome emotional kind of, I know some people will find it emotional or some people will find it funny, but it's my job to tell you the story time. And this story is about me and how much I've been like obsessed with BTS lately. And like it isn't about like BTS and me, it like about the journey, that like how I felt for them, how I like their music, how I like how the way they are with people, and how they deal with it, how they deal with being an idol and having such like a really big career and handling it so easily and making like winning like a lot of people's heart in a second. And it also took me almost like zyada se zyada, if I say, it took me 4 or 5 minutes to be for it. Like, yeah, I'm not even kidding. Yeah, it took me 4 or 5 minutes to be an army, and it's been 7 or 6 years now. Congrats! I'm an army. So we're gonna make a video about it. So yeah, let's wait for a few seconds and then I'll come to you and tell you. Wait a second. So मैं आपको बताऊंगी कि how much I am obsessed. So I'll point out some few noticeable things that I liked. And the first thing, I loved V, and he's my bias till now. Yeah, it never changed. But before him, there was another member who I really liked, but I still chose V because I thought he was the best. Mostly it's like V, but I have a lot of bias record. Like after BTS, I got into K-pop. Like BTS got me to K-pop, and I liked ENHYPEN after them. ENHYPEN, Twice, Blackpink, many more groups. But if you're talking about BTS, then I'll start to tell you about my freaking journey. And I really love them, and I'm still obsessed with them. Like होता है ना कि आपकी obsession होती है कि 2 दिन के लिए मेरी 7 साल थे और अभी ये नहीं कि मेरी अभी भी खत्म हो, नहीं. Like I want the other generations to also like them, because I don't want, and I am traumatized. Like there's a moment which goes like whenever they do like a thingy, when their like concert ends, like this, they put all of their hands like on each other's hand like this, and everyone looks at it, but Yoongi Suga doesn't. And that means that if he ever looks at like the like hands thingy, that means it is their last concert. That's a sign that they will show us of disbanding. And I am traumatized. I never want Suga to look at those hand thingy because I'm gonna be traumatized about it. So let's start the freaking journey talk. The wholesome moment, emotional moments, how I got into it, who got me into it, and what things that attracted me to be a fan of them. So yeah, the first thing that got me into them was how kind they are. Because when I like want to know about people or celebrities, I don't search about their songs, I search about their personalities. Like, yeah, we cannot judge them by their personalities on live and stage in like real life, but we can like get it from when we spend time with them. Like spending time with such, like I've been an army for so long that I'm like, but every day I found something new about them. Not like right now, but from the past, from the years that I've been army from, every year, and like every day, every single minute I get to know more about them. And it's really fun to be an army. Like if you're an army, you get in like they've come from the military like not long ago, but last month probably. Yeah, last month. And I'm really happy about them to be back. But the thing is that like being an army is really good, that you have to like get into them, search their songs, and you know everything about them. Like they are really interesting people to be a fan of. Like, you know, you are fan of their like acting, actresses, many people like यार इनकी acting बड़ी अच्छी है, यार इनका personality बड़ी अच्छी है, और their go like their इसका डांस बड़ा अच्छा है, इनका सिंगर बड़ा अच्छा है, यार इनकी personality बड़ी अच्छी है. BTS is something combined with it. Like they can act, they can be singers, they can be dancers, they can be a good human, a normal human being, and they can deal with everything they ever wanted to be. Like we never wanted to be an idol. He was supporting, but he got into it because it was his luck. And if like I imagine sometimes that what, so yeah, like I imagine what if we was never with his friend to support him to audition, but if he wasn't there, we've gotten another member, like there, like we wouldn't have been there, and that would be like a traumatic thing, but it was like truth. But still, what if something to imagine. I acted like that I knew them, and I really didn't. And she asked me like, you know them, what's his name, or you know, I'm like we Jungkook, and she was like, other than them, and I was like, I don't. And that was kind of embarrassing, but she didn't make a joke about what was Chinese. What the hell? Don't mind it. So let's move on. It was like embarrassing, but she didn't make me feel embarrassed. She was like, okay, leave it. And but when I went home, I searched about them, BTS, and then I got to know they are not only BTS, they are Bangtan Sonyeondan, the full form. And I'm like, okay, this is kind of interesting. And then I searched BTS on YouTube. It came Cute Life, and Cute Life is an Indian account about a Indian fandom girly and who loved them and like voiceovers them in Hindi. Not kind of related, but yeah, she does, and it's like really funny. And she like, I watched her videos, and my dad was like, what are you watching? I was like, this and that and this and that, and dad was like sporting, and I loved it. But the thing is, when I listened to their songs, I realized they're really good at singing too. And I'm like, girl, they are literally singers. And I'm like, yeah. And then I searched their kind moments, how kind they are. And then after watching them like interacting with people, I want to be there too. And I really loved them for being like a normal human being. Like I thought they're gonna be really, you know, attituded person, like person, wale person, but they weren't that. They were like the kindest people. They were like the kindest people on earth to exist, and I loved it. And then I was like, I'm being an army. Like it was shocking, but it hurted at that time. You know why? Because the school I was in, and that era, Boy in Love era, the year, was known as the K-pop hating year. Like not that probably, but the quarantine, and before quarantine was a year, the era everyone hated Korean thingies because they were getting popular, and that was why it was hated. Like yeah, it is still hated, but that was a time that it was a popular, like it was like that was a flex at that time that I hate K-pop, I hate BTS. That was a flex, but I never hated them. But like I knew that there was a something like BTS, but I didn't know it was a K-pop group and something like that. But whenever they like talking, like they talked about they are boys and all that in my class and saying the bad things, I never really liked it. But I had to be like, I give them cold shoulders. The people like I'm like, you don't even know them, why are you doing it? And they were like, you don't even know them either. And I didn't have any excuse to make like, yeah, they're right. So I never fought about it. But now that I am a fan, like a fandom, part of a fandom, I am like protecting them, even though I can't. But the place I can defend them, I try my best. So the thing is, my sister is watching me, so that's why I'm laughing. Never mind. Let's move on. The thing was that I really loved them, and I loved them as a human being, and everyone in my school hated that. And when I realized that I'm being an army, they're gonna hate me too, and yeah, they did. Yeah, they did. And then one day, my mom decides to go to her friend's place again, and the same girly Carrot told me that, "What's wrong, girl?" And I was like, I got into the fandom, he told me about and I really loved them, but I have to leave it. She was like, girl, be yourself. You love them. Duh, you love them. You're not gonna, you tell me you're not gonna leave me. I'm like, I'm not gonna leave you. And she's like, if you leave me, she was like, if you leave them, you're gonna leave me. I was like, shut up. And you were like, yeah, I know I'm being cringe. And I was like, yes, you are. And she was like, okay, you know, but you shouldn't leave them because of people. And that thing kind of stings. Like she's right. And in her mind I was like, shut up. And in my mind I was like, do not shut up. It's kind of working on me. Tell me again. And she was like, I won't stop. Blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna leave them. And yeah, as I went home, I seen the wallpaper, I got into them, and I really loved them ever since. I really love being an army, guys. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, if you're a kid, and it's a good thing to grow old with the memories, but if you're an adult, it's really good to be healed by them. Like, not healed, like they give you comfort as you being an adult. But if you are a teen, you should be an army or any K-pop group that you seem nice to you, because K-pop group kind of heals you, especially BTS healed inside of your freaking teen soul. And you have to tell me if you love them too. Like, I love being a part of army, and yeah guys, it makes me happy. I love them. Bye.